The full LEGO Star Wars 2025 May Wave is finally revealed. LEGO showed all the new sets in a live stream, and now we got all the official pictures. We've got overall 9 sets to go over and also a bunch of GWPs, so let's waste no time, let's get started. And of course, as always, this video is neither sponsored, endorsed or authorized by LEGO, that's just where the pictures came from. Starting with set number 75416, Buildable Chopper, or how the set officially is called, Chopper C110P Astromech Droid. This set will release May 1st of 2025, contain 1039 pieces and 1 minifigure. The recommended retail price will be $99.99 USD or 109.99 euros. This set will be part of the buildable characters or buildable droids sub-theme that we have ongoing with the Chewbacca and C-3PO and so on. I think they nailed the likeness of Chopper really well. I think the set overall looks really cool. They have a couple of, I believe, sticker details on the front. Otherwise, the building techniques look really nice. You have a feature for, I think this is a shakeable head. You can also add the third wheel and some arms for him. So the way he looks in the show. I was really hyped for the set as I like Rebels, and I think this character looks really nice. And I almost forgot that you also, of course, get a Chopper minifigure. The next set is set number 75408, Jango Fett Helmet. This will of course also release on May 1st, contains 616 pieces, as usual for the helmet series, no minifigures, and will cost $69.99 USD and 79.99 euros. This set is of course part of the helmet series and looks pretty similar to the Mando and of course Boba Fett helmet. I think build-wise and technique-wise it looks pretty nice. It has one play feature or function where you can flip down the rangefinder. And overall I like the build. What I don't like is that it appears to be, at least on the online pictures it looks like that these 2 stripes that wrap around the whole helmet are all stickers. I think these could have been prints, especially as it seems that you could pretty easily reuse them a couple of times on the helmet. This is a little unfortunate. The plaque down there is probably once again printed like all the other helmet series sets. Overall still a nice helmet, I like the design. Then we also got another set based on Jango Fett. This time it's Jango Fett's Fire Spray class starship. This is a new UCS model. It's set number 75409, comes with 2970 pieces and 2 minifigures. This set will have a recommended retail price of $299.99 US and euros and will release on May 4th, or if you're an insider it will release on May 1st. I will now go over the set pretty quickly because I've already made a whole video on this reveal. If you want to see a more detailed look on the official pictures of the Jango Fett UCS Slave 1, just check out the video on the channel. So now for the 2 minifigures, you of course have Jango Fett himself. He got some printing on the arms which looks really neat. Otherwise some really nice details on the torso and also on the legs and hips. He comes with a jetpack, 2 blasters and a new rangefinder piece which I think looks really cool. He has his helmet of course with some printed details. He has a printed head underneath with his hairpiece, so you can swap that out. Then we have young Boba with a not really fitting hairpiece. I think this should have been swapped. Some printing on the torso, some small legs without printing and also no printing on the arms. I think the Jango Fett Slave 1 is overall a better version of the old set. While the old set was already great, they now have some new building techniques which lead to a more smoother and more round look on the bottom of the ship. You have a play feature underneath the ship itself, so you can open the doors. The wings on the side swing once again when you move the ship around and put it into landing position. You can of course remove the windshield piece to access the cockpit. On the backside you got some nice engines and also a seismic charge. I think overall this is a really nice set. I think the price is also okay. It's fine for what you get, and overall it's nice to finally get Jango's version of this ship. And as an exclusive GWP you get this keychain with the set. Now moving over to the second and last helmet of this May wave, we got set number 75415, Kylo Ren helmet. This set will contain 529 pieces, 0 minifigures, and will release for $69.99 US and euros. This set is of course once again part of the helmet series. If I didn't misunderstand that and got that right in the live stream, they said that the set didn't contain any stickers, so all the details on the front of the helmet with the silver things are prints, which I think is really awesome. I just don't know why they can do this for the Kylo Ren helmet but couldn't do this for the Jango helmet. But nonetheless, I really like that if this really turns out to only be prints. I think overall, once again, they really accomplished the overall look of the Kylo Ren helmet from the movies. I think it looks really cool. For sequel fans, it's definitely a cool set that they are finally getting something from these movies again. I think the plaque is once again a print like usually in the helmet series, and I think this is a cool set for Kylo Ren or sequel fans. Just a quick reminder that most of the viewers of this channel aren't really subscribers. I would highly appreciate a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content and don't want to miss anything, as this video took quite long to put together. Thank you for your support. But now, let's continue with the reveals. Then we also have another set for the Starship collection. This is set number 75406, Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle. This set will contain 386 pieces, 0 minifigures, and will be released on May 1st for $69.99 USD and 69.99 euros. And yeah, you heard that right, that is the official price for the set. I think overall, from the look, this looks like the ship from the movie, so really can't complain there. Yeah, you can fold the wings out and in if you choose so, but still the size for the price and also the piece count for the price, this is a really interesting price tag, to say it nicely. I think this is way too overpriced, like $70 for 386 pieces. Like when you look at the model and the lifestyle pictures on the LEGO website, it doesn't feel like a $70 set. Maybe this is just how it looks online, and in the hands it feels well priced, but as of right now it seems overpriced, sadly. Now we also got a bunch of brickheads revealed. The first one is set number 40795, Luke Skywalker Rebel Pilot Brickhead. This set will contain 138 pieces, will release on May 1st for $9.99 US and euros, and will contain no minifigures. I think it's a great choice that we finally get Luke Skywalker in his iconic Rebel Pilot outfit. It's a cool brickhead. I think the look is definitely catched. I believe these are no stickers, as I think this is the norm with brickheads, but I'm not sure. And yeah, overall I think it looks cool. Neat little brickhead. And we also got a second Star Wars brickhead set. This one is one of these character multi-packs. It's set number 40796, Revenge of the Sith, Heroes and Villains. This set will contain 656 pieces, 0 minifigures, and will release on May 1st for $49.99 US and euros. As it's often with these brickhead sets, you get some really nice value for your money here when it comes to price per piece. You get the character of Darth Sidious, General Grievous, you get Mace Windu, then you get Padme, which I think is really surprising but also cool. And you get Anakin Skywalker. You can also switch his eyes to the Sith eyes, so you can choose if you want to display him as a Jedi or as a Sith. I feel like they nailed the likeness of the characters pretty well, and I think the selection is really cool. The only character I think doesn't look exactly like it should is Padme. I feel like she looks a little bit like Rey from the sequels, but maybe that's just my perception of the brickhead. Otherwise, I'm really happy with the set. As I already said, the selection is cool, the value seems good, and the characters are also really well built. I'm happy. The only real playset we're going to be getting in this wave is Rebel U-Wing Starfighter. This is set number 75399. This set will contain 594 pieces, 4 minifigures, will release on May 1st of 2025 for $69.99 US and euros. Just like with Jango Fett Starship, I will go over the set relatively quickly because I already did a whole video on the reveal of the pictures. So if you want to see a more in-depth discussion of the set, check out the video on the channel. So this is a more downscaled version of the U-Wing when you compare it to the old one. I still think it's a good set. You got some play features like spring-loaded shooters. You can open the cargo bay, fold the wings back in flying position, also of course open the cockpit. You got some characters like K2SO, which I think is awesome that this character finally returns as a LEGO minifigure. We also got some cool new ones like Dedra Miro and another version of Cassian Andor, and we also get an ISB agent. My only complaint with this set really is the engines. I think they don't look as good as the old one, but otherwise I think this is a really solid playset. Now moving on to the final set that got revealed before we're gonna check out the May the 4th GWPs, so definitely stay tuned for that. We got set number 75407, Brick Build Star Wars logo. This set will release on May 1st of 2025, contains 700 pieces, sadly 0 minifigures, and will retail for a price of $59.99 US and 69.99 euros. Yeah, I think you can't really say much about the set other than it looks good. I think they really achieved the nice angles of the lettering with their building techniques. Also the greebling on the black background looks nice. I think it's still a little bit sad that we didn't get a George Lucas minifigure with this set, but maybe there's a reason behind this, so yeah, I won't complain too much. I think the price is okay and overall it looks okay. It's nothing special, but yeah, it is what it is. Like it is what you imagine when you think about a Star Wars logo. So yeah, overall I think this is a great set and yeah, a solid Star Wars logo. So now let's move on to the May the 4th GWPs. I already showed you the Jango Fett's keychain that you will get with the Jango Fett Starship. Now there is of course a threshold for a couple of GWPs like every year. So the first GWP will be LEGO Star Wars Millennium Falcon mini build, set number 30708. This will be available between May 1st and 5th while stock lasts. And the threshold will be €40 or $40 of LEGO Star Wars items, on more particular sets probably. And you will get this set for free. Now it seems like this year LEGO removed the middle tier, which last year was like I think a coin or something like that, and the years before some keychains and stuff like that. So it seems like they removed it, but we still got the big tier, which is at a threshold of €160 and $160 of purchased Star Wars items, and it will be available between May 1st and May 5th while stock lasts. This is the LEGO Star Wars Camino Training Facility 4765. Once again, I will not go all too in depth on the set because I once again made a whole video about this. So if you want to see that, check it out. But yeah, this is once again one of the sets where you get a small build and a bunch of minifigures. I think this is once again a really cool promo. We get the Clone Cadets and we get this KE-8 Enforcer floating patrol vehicle. I think the side builds besides the Enforcer floating patrol vehicle, which is this little turret and the weapons rack, are, yeah, okay. What I think is really cool is the ship itself and also the 3 Clone Cadets, which we've never got before. They are, at least as of right now, exclusive to this promo. They have arm printing and an overall really nice printing on the figures and dual molded legs, which looks really nice. I think they really look like the Clone Cadets we see in Attack of the Clones, and I think this is a really fitting promo and also a really nice promo. I still don't know if I like this better than the droid carrier, but I definitely like the figures more, which is pretty understandable as these are entirely new figures. There are also a bunch of other promos which you can read on the LEGO website as well. There are some different things that you can buy in the Insider store with the Insider's points and also some things in the actual LEGO stores. But yeah, I think this is not as important for most of you. But now let me know down in the comments below what you think about these sets that got revealed. Do you like the promos for May the 4th? And overall, if you enjoyed the video, I would highly appreciate a like and subscribe to support the channel. Check out the other reviews and videos on the channel. And other than that, have a great day.